course, have their roots in Greek mythology, specifically in the character of Sisyphus. No, he was not a cornerback. He was the guy whose personal hell was having to push a big boulder all the way up a mountain, only to watch it each and every time slip from his hands and roll all the way back down the mountain. And Sisyphus also looked a lot like Marv Levy. We continue our visits to the NFL's training camps now at the time of the year when the Bills' boulder is down at the bottom of the mountain. Here's tour guide and classical scholar Tom Jackson.
How many times have you heard, it's not whether you win or lose, but how you play the game? Well, over the course of the last 4 years, no one has played the game better in the AFC than the Buffalo Bills. However, they trade each of those 49 regular season wins, 58 if you count the playoffs, for one win on Sunday, Super Sunday.
The tragic part about it, just one Super Bowl championship might have put these people down in history as one of the greatest teams ever.
We're never going to give up, no matter what. You know, we can go 0-10 in Super Bowls. We're going to keep trying. And I think this year it won't be any different.
It's not easy to get to the Super Bowl, whether you've been there the year before or whether you haven't been there the year before. Everybody goes in with the odds against them.
Following the loss of Super Bowl 28, Coach Marv Levy's sentiments were, we're not going to dismantle the Buffalo Bills. He must have realized even then the best move was not moving his Pro Bowl players.
How do you retool by saying goodbye to Bruce Smith, Thurman Thomas, Jim Kelly, Kent Hall? That's just foolishness.
Mr. Wilson, Coach Levy, myself sat down and said, this is what we want to keep. These are special, special people. If we keep these people and add to the draft and some other acquisitions we may make, to keep this great core together, we've got a chance to go right back at it.
I'm not done yet. We still have the majority of the players here. Yeah, we have lost a few good ball players, but it seems like somebody always steps in and steps up to the challenge.
Enter 350-plus pound Jerry Kraft, an early leader in replacing Pro Bowl offensive tackle Howard House Ballard.
If your tackles are not intact, the quarterback's going to take a beating, and I'm not 24 years old anymore. I need the protection just like a lot of quarterbacks around the league.
When Kelly has protection, he often finds the end zone. Over the past 4 seasons, his 98 touchdown passes lead the NFL. And in 94, enhancing the vertical game is a priority.
I think one thing that you'll see more of is Andre Reed out wide and Billy Brooks inside a little bit more. But a guy that's opened all of our eyes in camp is Bucky Brooks. The guy can fly, and who knows how long it'll be before he steps in and plays a big role in our offense.
Last year, the defense's big role was big play. 47 takeaways led the NFL. This year, they'll have to do it without safety Mark Kelso and Pro Bowl cornerback Nate Odoms.
It's definitely going to make the right side of the defense a little bit tougher on myself and Darryl Talley and some of the other guys.
Except for strong safety Henry Jones, 75% of the last line of defense is young and inexperienced.
You always want to improve. We were 27th in the league in yardage given up. Now, that's not anything to brag about. I think if you're going to be able to play tough football over the full 60-minute period of time, you need your linemen, defensive, even the great ones, fresh. They need to be relieved more.
I'd be shocked if they actually tried to do that, to be honest with you. My place is not on the sidelines. It's on the field at every moment possible.
And it's on the field that Buffalo returns in search of an unprecedented 5th straight Super Bowl appearance.
How many times can this team go to the well? Until we quench our thirst.
From the Bills training camp in Fredonia, New York, Tom Jackson, ESPN.
Well, the problem is you're playing a basketball court. That's what's wrong with it. So here's how the Sisyphus Bills opened the season against 4 teams who were an average of 1 game over 500 last year. And as you see, the Bills have been a great September team in the 90s, 14 of 16. Get behind that rock and push.
You gave us a try, now hit subscribe. Be sure to YouTube responsibly and hit that like button if you like what you see, because there's plenty of content to come.